Shorty is. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know who she is or anything of the sort. I found this on Twitter. This been going viral. Shorty was basically talking about her finances of the paycheck she gets from Twitch and what case may be. So we're gonna go ahead, watch this 30-second clip, and then I'm gonna have my little cup of tea of what's being transpired. So here we go.
Y'all know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation? You could get a 10K check from Twitch.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if that situation is true. So I can't really speak on something that I never experienced, nor have I ever seen. But she claims that there's a 10K Twitch check. Very interesting. Very interesting.
What the 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips to...
Whoa, 5K. First of all, let's stop you right there. Let's stop you right there. 5K for a trip. Ma'am, where the hell are you about to go to? The Bahamas? Tokyo? Where are you finna go? Where the hell are you gonna go for you to spend 5K for a damn trip? I just want to know. Now, me being me, I don't even spend that type of money. I don't even spend that type of money for a goddamn trip. I don't even spend that type of money. Shorty is tripping. It said the Bahamas is less than 5K, but bro, it's the joke, brother. It's a joke. It's a joke. Just walk with me. Just walk with me when I sit here and say this. Spending half of that paycheck for a trip. Where the hell you finna go? Where the hell are you going for you to spend 5K? Where exactly you gonna go? It said, no, I'm just agreeing with how ridiculous this is. Like, fam, where exactly you gonna go for you to spend 5K? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Where the hell you gonna go? That's what I'm trying to figure out. 5K for a damn trip is crazy. Where you finna go? But let's keep going.
To travel, $500 on setup.
No, she said 500 for a setup. That depends. That depends, because some setups are quite taxing if you're buying your setup all at once. Now, if it's all at once, well, really, it doesn't even much matter whether you spend that type of bread for a setup, whether you're getting it one at a time or all at once. But regardless, 500, I ain't gonna say a lie to you. Some folks' setup is quite a little bit more than 500. Now, if you're fortunate enough to just only spend $500 for a setup, hey, rock out. But here's my thing, though. How much is that PC? Because that costs more than your damn setup. How much is the whatever console that you picked up? I'm pretty sure it costs more than that damn setup. That's all I'm saying. Like, 500 for a setup. What are you paying? What are you buying for you to only spend $500 for a setup? Yeah, 500 is cheap for a setup. That's what I'm saying. Cause I spend way more than $500. Fam, this PS5 by itself is $500. This PC over here is well over. Fam, granted, thank God I spent that bread when it was on Black Friday. That sucker cost about $600. So you're already looking at $1,100. Those two things alone costs more than that $500 worth of setup. Those two alone cost more than that. It said monitors damn near 400. Shoot, shit, I didn't spend no 400. I spent a cool 150. I spent a cool 150 on this monitor. I spent 150 of that. The Elgato, shoot, 150. Not the Flex, but I'm just calling it what it is. Not the Flex, but I'm just calling it what it is. $500 for a setup, ma'am. What type of discount are you getting? for you to get for you to spend $500 for a setup. That's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to point out. That's all I'm saying. But keep it going.
Shit, fucking $2,000 on your rent.
2,000. Now this is where I gotta stop you at. This is another portion of the situation where I gotta stop you at. Unless you live in California, rent ain't no $2,000. Ma'am, you are tripping. Unless you live in California, rent does not cost $2,000. Now you're dragging it. Now you're reaching. If it was like 800, 900, hell, if it was like 1,000, I would have agreed with you then. But you took it a step further and said it was 2,000. Lord have mercy. Unless you are living in California, you're fried. Unless you live in California, ma'am, you're fried. You, ma'am, is fried. You're fried. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've came across some bills where it's like when they living in their apartments, it's like a cool $850, about $750, somewhere around that range. Now, granted, this is just from the sources that I've been hearing from. That's just from the sources that I've been hearing, right? So I'm like, all right, if it's like $750, $850, somewhere around that range, I could kind of understand. But the fact that it's Texas, the spending of living is quite fortunate, if I do say so myself. Hell, you're probably gonna spend probably about 1,000, and I would have loved with you then. 2,000, you dragging it. Unless you live in California, you're fried. You are fried.
Fucking $200 on Wi-Fi.
Now I gotta stop you there. What type of internet server you messing with? Cause I ain't spent no $200 on Wi-Fi or internet. I ain't spent no $200. Shoot, go ahead and get you an AT&T fiber. You gonna spend about like 80, 85, maybe 90 by now. You'll be straight for each month. Where the hell you getting 200 from? And I'm speaking for me. I'm just speaking for me when I sit here and say I'm only spending at least between 85 to like 90. 85 to 90, not the flex. If you're getting the AT&T fiber, that's about as much as you're spending for one person. So I get that. This is coming from somebody who was messing with an AT&T fiber for about 2-3 years. So I already know how things operate. When I sit here and say the AT&T fiber internet speed goes crazy, but it can get taxy at times. It can get taxy. I'm being completely honest. I'm just saying. So for you to sit here and say you only spend $200 on some internet, ma'am, what type of server you messing with for you to only spend $200? And how many people is using that said Wi-Fi, unless this is yourself? It said, yeah, internet's so damn expensive these days. That's true. But sometimes you gotta know how much. Sometimes you just gotta know how to play chess when it comes to said internet. If you don't know how to play chess correctly when it comes to paying your internet bill, you're fried. You're fried. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. If you don't know how to play chess when it comes to this internet, I promise you, you're fried. You are fried.
$200 an IRL toolkit. You gotta.
Now, toolkit. Maybe somebody in the chat might know something about said toolkit, so I have no opinion behind that. But keep going.
Pay the Clippers. Pay.
Whoa, Clippers in. Oh yeah, whoa. She was about to say something too.
YouTube editor.
You don't need to pay for no damn editor, ma'am. That's by choice. That's not by circumstance. You tripping. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you are a content creator, under any circumstance, it said toolkits about 200. See, that's something you could have easily avoided at that point. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's something that you could have easily avoided. You could have easily avoided that if that's gonna be the case. Because that might be something I ain't never used. I'm going to be completely honest. That's some shit I probably never used. I'm going to be completely honest. But as for YouTube editors, ma'am, you got to learn how to edit your own videos. You got to learn how to edit your own videos. I promise you, you're just wasting money. At that point, you just wasting money. I'm sorry. You're just wasting money. Talking about, oh, we got to pay YouTube editors. Ma'am, you can learn how to edit your own videos. You just doing that by choice. That's not by circumstance, ma'am. And this comes from somebody who's been editing their own videos for well over 8 years by now. This comes from somebody who's been editing their own videos since 2017. Yeah, I started off trash, where I started making videos directly from the console, and it took a whole lot longer than what I was able to do now on the PC. Pause, because it might sound crazy, but we ain't gonna get into that. Moreover, you chose to get a YouTube editor. You gotta learn how to make your own videos, man. You gotta go in the trenches with it. I'm just saying. You gotta be in the trenches with it. I'm just saying. It's crazy how these big streamers too lazy to edit their own. Fam, as soon as they get that money, they start acting different. As soon as they start getting that bread, starting getting that money, that's where they start acting different. Chat, say it ain't so. They start acting different as soon as that money starts to roll in. As soon as they get that back, they start to act different. As soon as they start getting the numbers of the viewership, they start acting different. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Even if I make it, I'm still gonna be in the trenches with it. I'm still gonna edit my own videos. Ain't no amount of money, ain't no amount of views gonna change the person that I am today. I'm just saying. Shorty's lazy as hell. And she's giving big streamers a bad look. I'm just saying.
Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going into negative.
And the fact that you're still going on a negative is crazy. Let's talk about it. The fact that you still going negative after 10K is crazy. Imagine having 10K in your pocket. Imagine having 10K in your pocket and you still going negative. How is that? Like I said, that's by choice, man. You chose to do that. You chose this route. I promise you chose that route. I promise you chose that route, man. I'm just saying. You tripping. Shorty tripping. Shorty tripping. She bugging. Shorty tripping. She bugging. She bugging. Boy, I tell you. How you got 10K a month and you still going negative? How that work? How does that work? And I'm gonna tell you this right now, chat. Let me go into the big screen when I say this. Like, chat, I'm gonna be completely honest. With that and with everything that played out, I ain't gonna say a lot to you. Ma'am, you chose this route. I just want you to know that. You chose this route to go forward, ma'am. You chose this. 5K for a damn trip. Man, where the hell are you going? Where are you going? Where exactly are you going for you to spend 5K? Where are you going? As for the internet, 200? Ma'am, I ain't spending no 200. I ain't spending no 200. For internet, get you an AT&T fiber. You probably gonna spend about $85, $90 a month. Shorty, you gonna be okay. 200 is crazy. That's crazy. And then paying for your editors. Ma'am, you tripping. You gotta learn how to make your own videos. I just want you to know that. You gotta learn how to make your own videos. This comes from somebody that has been making videos for 8 years. 8 years and beyond. You gotta learn how to make your own videos. So if somebody don't tell you this right now, I hope you got a best friend out there that's letting you know that, ma'am, this is not the route you want to go to. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Then to add salt on the wound, you talking about some, oh, you're still in the negative. How? 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 You got 10K a month and you still in the negative? Shorty in that crib starving. She's starving. Like I said, when it comes to that check, you got to play chess. It's chess, not checkers. It's chess, not checkers. Hey, I'm not the guy to pocket watch or anything of the sort. All I gotta say here and say this: you gotta learn how to use. You gotta learn how to play chess. It's chess, not checkers. When it comes to that bag, boy, when I say the moment they get that bag, yep, it's fried. You're fried. You're fried. You start acting different. You start looking people a certain way. Boy, I tell you, bro. I tell people all the time, don't let viewership and numbers and money change who you are. Because back in the day, you was in the trenches. And now all of a sudden, you start acting different, acting bougie-ish. Now you all in the mention like you ain't act right. That's crazy. That's crazy. But that's just my take of what was going on. And hopefully something changed. But yeah.